Good afternoon, everyone. This is Andy O'Fee, and welcome back to the Yankee Closer. Today we have a very special guest for our show today, Teresa Bernhardt from the Bernhardt Law Firm. And today we're going to discuss title insurance and the advantages and the reasons why you need it on your mortgage. Hey Teresa, thanks for joining me on the Yankee Closer. Today we have a couple of questions regarding title insurance. We have a lot of first-time home buyers that come into our office daily, and as they are about to close, they always question title insurance. Can you just tell us a little bit about title insurance, the advantages of it, and the reasons why a home buyer needs it on their mortgage?
Sure, and I get that question a lot too. Most people don't even understand that there's an issue out there that has to do with title. What you're really buying when you buy a house isn't necessarily the bricks and the mortar. It's the actual title to the property. Because a house can burn down, you can put new 2x4s, it's the title to the property. So what happens with title insurance is the lender requires it because they need to know that if there's total title failure or any kind of title failure, that they won't lose their money, essentially. You as the buyer, you also want to be covered in case there's total title failure. What I usually do is I explain people an example. Let's say that 3 owners before you, Mama died and she had 3 boys. And 2 of the boys were here local, but one was in Alaska, mining gold, and they couldn't get a hold of them. We'll go ahead and sell the house and keep the money 50-50. Well, let's say 3 owners later, when you're doing your closing, that other brother shows up and says, well, 1/3 of that house is mine. He would be right. He would legally own 1/3 of your house. Now what? That's when the title insurance company steps in and says, okay, we're going to go ahead and pay that brother, clear your title, and we'll go after the other 2. There are all sorts of examples like this that I could go through. One of the things we're seeing a lot now is with all the downturn in the economy and the foreclosures is a lot of liens that were paid off but were not released. And we can't hunt down the lender to find out who to go to get it released because they don't exist anymore. What we do in that case is we go to the prior owner and say, can we see a copy of your owner's title insurance policy? And if that says, yep, this is clear title, we guarantee it. Let's say it was Chicago Title, guaranteeing clear title. And then we're doing another loan, we go to Chicago and they say, we'll guarantee it up to here. So it's a very useful tool right now if you have title insurance to be able to sell your house if there's any kind of issue.
Great. Now, I hear that there are different types of title insurance. Now, of course, title insurance is part of closing costs.
Right.
So as a first-time home buyer, you want to try to keep costs as low as possible, particularly when it comes to closing costs. Can you please explain the types they are and maybe the cost differential and the advantages of one or the other?
All right, well, essentially there's 3. One is the lender's title insurance, and you have no choice. You're going to have to pay for your lender's title insurance. Then when it comes to owner's title insurance, you have the regular and you have the expanded policy. For me, for the little tiny bit of money more than it is for the expanded policy, it covers you as to so many other things. Things that might be survey issues, for example, that aren't typically included in a standard owner's title insurance policy. Certain elements of that would be covered even if you don't have a survey. So to me, it's not a big cost differential, $50 maybe to, the most I've seen a differential is maybe $250 extra. Typically it's another $50, and it really isn't, for what it is, it's golden, it lasts you forever. Think about it, if you sell the house and 5 other people sell the house, and that person finds out about the brother from Alaska, they've got to go up the chain of title until they get to the one, the title company that insured it when they sold it fraudulently. So that's something that's going to protect you for the rest of your life. Hopefully you'll never need it. Chances are you'll never need it. But even if it's for something small and you've got it there, that extra little bit of money is worth not having a headache when you're trying to sell the house or if someone comes knocking on your door. It's a very little understood product, but in my world it's huge. As a real estate attorney, it solves so many problems and answers so many questions that to us, we see the value.
Great. Well, Teresa, thanks so much for breaking that down for us. Those questions are going to come to us often. Of course, if you have a question directly for Teresa, you can contact her here at the Bernhardt Law Firm, or you can reach out to me and we can contact her together. This is Andy O'Fee from the Yankee Closer. Please visit us at www.theyankeecloser.com, and happy St. Patrick's Day.